For my 21st birthday, I got Animal Crossing New Horizons. While this was my first Switch game, it definitely wasn't my first Animal Crossing game. Back in 2005, I got Wild World for the DS, which I played every single day for the next 8 years. Sometimes I still visit it just to do a bit of weeding and to say hello to some of my favourite villagers. Because I never played any of the installments between Wild World and New Horizons, I thought it would be interesting to document my experience diving into this extremely different Animal Crossing game. So I hope you enjoy this video, and let's get started. The first thing I did on Ascaro was mistake weeds for lavender. Yes, I genuinely thought my native flower was lavender. I realized they were weeds later on, but by then, it was far too late. I was already a fool. In Wild World, your house and your villagers' houses are all in fixed positions that cannot be changed. So I really enjoyed being able to choose not only where I live, but where my villagers live too. You'll notice that I put them off in the middle of nowhere, and that's because I'm really mean and I don't want to look at them all the time. And with that out of the way, I got to get back to something very familiar. Fishing! And catching bugs. Yes, that's a tarantula. You may bow down to me. I am indeed God. Very early on, I was lucky enough to be part of a giveaway by ACNH Newbie. I'm gonna put up her Twitter. Please go follow her. She is very, very lovely. Leaf is my baby. I love him. Every time he comes to my island, I feel a great sense of warmth in my heart. He is my favorite NPC now, and I will fight to the death for him. Another very familiar thing from my past is waking up far too early for Nook's Cranny to be open. Coming from Wild World's completely RNG-based villager move-in code, I think it's really cool that I got to go hunting for villagers and pick the ones that I wanted to move in first. Now, I may be skilled at balloon catching, but I am not infallible. Sea bass. That's all I really have to say, isn't it? Now, the general consensus is that swimming is really boring and nobody has done it since the day that it was put into the game. I like swimming. I find it very fun to chase these really fast sea creatures. It's a little bit of action in an otherwise very calm game. When I opened my game on the 21st September, I was greeted by this absolutely adorable little birthday party. Like everyone else this year, I didn't actually get to celebrate my birthday in the more traditional way. The 21st is a big bash in my family, and so it was a little bit disappointing to miss out on it. But having Sky dancing around in her little blue dress was good enough of a replacement. Speaking of Corona, I really liked Sprocket up until this point, but he decided that he wanted to sneeze in my face and give me Corona, so he is the first villager to leave. I'm getting rid of him. Goodbye. Goodbye. My first campsite villager was Marshall. He is apparently extremely popular. I don't quite get it, but that's just me. He will be free to a good home when he finally leaves Skara. I am an absolute huge fan of Red having a little black market boat. It suits him perfectly, even more than just the tent that you saw in Wild World. Who wouldn't love a little pirate kitsune, you know? I knew going into this game that I wasn't going to be one of those builders that's super popular on AC Twitter, but regardless, I put a little bit of effort into my neighborhood, and that included putting some accessibility ramps up around the place so I didn't have to pull out my ladder every 5 seconds. Even though I don't have enough Nook Mile tickets to be, like a villager hunter streamer, I still love villager hunting. I get to meet all of these different villagers that I've never seen before, including Clyde, who had me rethinking my dreamy list. And sometimes I even get to take some of them home with me. I hate that it took 12 days for me to find cherries. Send tweet. This might be a bit controversial, but I hated the town rating system in Wild World, and I don't like the town rating system in New Horizons either. It has the ability to make people feel absolutely terrible about their island, and I don't like that energy. And the announcement that KK Slider is coming to visit brings this video to an end. I really hope that you enjoyed watching, and that even if you didn't, you got a kick out of my speech impediment. I'm planning to make more Animal Crossing content both here on YouTube and also over on Twitch. So until we meet next, I'm Danny, the resident rep of Scaro, signing off.